celebrate the kind of rejuvenation after a fire, particularly for this area, which copped it very hard.
This is in the middle of it. It'll be about 6:30 in the morning.
And it's a pretty scary thing, bushfire.
Possums are probably hit the worst because there's dead trees are gone.
It was very traumatic.
I walked up to him and I said, Michael, what are you doing here? And he started crying. He said, how when the trees come down on your house and your house is gone?
The aim of the day is to try and assist some of the local community to be able to recover after the fires that they've experienced.
What kind of things did you learn from Craig, the student at Gippsland Grammar? What did you learn from his talk?
That fires are quite scary, and actually in fact that you don't want them to happen, and also they're good.
In what ways are they good?
As in when they go over the soil, it lets the air, it turns the soil upside down so air can get in, and also it cleans the ground.
I live about 15 k's out
That way in the small community of Seaton. In January we got hit by the Aberfeldy bushfire that came through our place. My older brother and I, we filmed and took some pictures. This is about 5:30 in the morning on the 18th of January, on the Friday morning. And you know, 5:30 in the morning, you expect it to be dark. That red in the distance that you can actually see, that is the fire. The massive bushfire is about 2 or 3 kilometres from our house. Later in the morning, maybe about 7 o'clock, maybe even a bit earlier. This is from in front of our place. Yeah, there was the house just there. And you can see the fire is about 40, 50 metres from our property, and it got really close and really hot. This is in the middle of it. It'll be about 6:30 in the morning again, and the smoke is just that thick. The only light source you have is the fire. It lights up everything, it's burning everything. In doing that, it destroys what's there, but it regrows really quickly.
Hey, what you got?
How were you when the bushfire got to your here?
I was 16 at the study, I'm 17 now.
Did you have all like masks and that?
My dad was a member of the CFA, so we had, between my sister and myself, we had his trousers, his jacket and his helmet, so I'm sitting there in his CFA helmet and his jacket, the face mask and goggles.
I was feeling sad really, because everything's been burned, everything's been destroyed, all the animals are either dead or they've had to move away, find somewhere else to live. It's also good because you know it's all going to come back even better, stronger than it was before.
Talana, what was the best thing about after the fire?
Probably the bit where we had to write down draw the pictures with the questions.
We went up into the bush, Craig, with Bug Blitz, way up past Macola, and we did an event up there. We studied nature. We found all sorts of bugs and creatures, and then a big fire came through in late 2006, and the area we went and studied, it was completely burnt. In 2007, we went back with some students from my class. Craig was one of them. We went back with the DSE biodiversity officers to see how the bush was going, what had happened. And this film is that story.
What happened to the river?
I'll pause the film and let you draw the response. Are you ready?
Well, we've come up here to see some of the changes since the fires come through.
Draw the animals that need to tree hollows.
Up here we've got lots of gliders, including some of the greater gliders, which are quite a large gliding animal. And we've got possums, mountain brush-tailed possums. There's also a whole range of birds that use hollows as well.
Draw the animal.
A possum and a bird.
What are the dangers in the bush after the fires?
I'm drawing a picture of a man who doesn't know he's going to be squashed by a branch.
What did you enjoy most about the woodwork workshop? Probably learning about how to actually get the nail in without bending it.
That's the base of the box. And that will just go in there like that now.
So we're making these nest boxes for birds so they'll be able to re-establish nesting areas after the fires, and the fires were burned out in this area a few months ago, and we're making them in kit form, and with our bit of supervision the kids can put them together. Be something and say they made it.
This must be the... Nope. But where's this go?
No. So...
No, you just work on one side at a time. So we'll work on this
one. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
So that goes there.
And it's got to go up the thing.
We're going to put it in a tree up high so little possums and birds can get in it.
Yes, no, that one's right. We're going to put some seed in a little bit of cotton wool and in tap water. One in a commercial preparation, Mexico, and one in something that's called smoke water.
Which method do you think will work better? The control one, which was the plain water to make the plants grow, the smoke water, or the sea salt? Which one do you think will have the best effect on the plant?
The sea salt maybe? I reckon maybe the smoke water.
What do you think smoke water might be?
Like when the smoke falls, it goes into the water. We're going to take these back to our school and we're going to make them grow, and then we're going to give them back and so they can go to some places where the bushfires have been. Is it enough? Yeah. Good.
What have you learned about the DSA workshop? About how the fire's fuelled and how it moves them fast up hills than on a flat surface. And also some of the clothes they wear for protection.
Green overalls that are fire treated with a chemical that's fire resistant. We wear steel cap boots. We wear helmets. One of the biggest dangers of our job is actually falling trees in Queensland. What sort of influence do you think mountains and hills would have? The fire travels a lot faster up the hill.
Yay!
This one happened up in the hills. So the lookout tower's seen some smoke. They've called us up on the radio and said, yep, we've got a bit of smoke, this is where it is. Say, great, all right, we'll get onto it as fast as we can. Let's call the helicopters first. 2 squirts is equal to 1 load. All right.
Can do it?
Yep.
These are called chainsaw chaps, or chainsaw pants. And what they do is...
They go on yourself.
Yeah, they go on yourself, so if you hit yourself with a chainsaw, you won't cut your leg off.
Yeah. Don't hold it, do you?
Out that way and not going in the power line.
No, I should
What does biodiversity mean? Yes?
Anything living.
Good boy. Bio means life. Diversity is different living things. So how do we do a rapid biodiversity assessment? How will we do that? So here's the first one. It's a specific netting technique and it's called sweep netting. I just do this, then I go like that and I gather it so the bugs don't get out, if there are any there. Did I catch anything? What do you think? There.
Huh? Oh, spider.
I got one spider. That's the first scorpion. Great. I'm so surprised at the amount of different types of spiders and other creatures that have moved back in after the fire. Lots of ants, lots of different spiders, heaps of diversity moving back in.
To be expressive about, I guess, their experience before and after, during the recovery of the fires, and I guess to be proud of something that they've created and they're going to share with the Seaton community.
It's an actually nice colour. Yeah, I like that one. It's like a gold colour. Yeah. Oh, how
I'm using a leaf and I'm printing it onto the canvas.
Wow, you guys are amazing with your creativity. And we're going to create 3 different artworks which will sit along the Seaton Hall, so they'll be like a mosaic tile.
donating these plants because, well, it's wonderful to see schools getting involved, and the children are, like the song said, the children are our future, and I'm just hoping that some of the love and respect for the environment sticks with them. It's a wonderful thing. The more people see that, the better.
The recovery process goes on for many, many, many months, and in some cases years afterwards. So we live in resilient communities in East Gippsland. We experience a lot of fires, we experience a lot of floods and natural disasters, significant storm events. So I think by very nature we have very resilient communities, and it's fantastic to see the way these communities band together.
Regardless of what area you live in, whether it be bushfire or flood, be prepared. It may not happen. And I use the old cliche, you know, you prepare for the worst and you hope for the best.
I'd just like to say thanks on behalf of Heyfield Primary School Grade 5/6s to all you guys that came here today and taught us how to build bird houses, taught us the fires, lit fires on the actual thing so we could see, and how to do the planting and stuff. That was beautiful too. Thank you. That's all.